Hey everybody, I'm back with another update of what's happening here in southern Utah, and today I'm back at Atwood Innovation Plaza here at Dixie State. About a year and a half ago I came and did a video about what this place is. And basically it's a place for anybody, students and community members, to come with any idea or concept and turn it into a real business. So today I get to interview a few of the founders and inventors of products and companies that have started here and that are either in the development stage or they're about to launch, or they've already launched and they're doing really big things. So I'm super excited to show you what's going on, so let's get started. So first up, we're here with John Cole, who is the CEO of Steribin, which is a company that's literally changing the world and the way that we travel. And they're doing super cool stuff and right here in southern Utah, so I'm excited to talk to him. Thanks for having us, John.
Thanks for having me.
So first off, who is John Cole and how did you get into this position with Steribin?
So I've been a local business professional and entrepreneur for a number of years here in St. George, and two inventors, fellow friends of mine, had come up with this concept for Steribin back in 2018. They had seen a study in the news that showed that those airport security bins where you put your belongings when you go to the airport were more contaminated, actually 18 times more contaminated than the toilets in airports. They were deemed the most contaminated item in the airport, found to contain all sorts of common illnesses, bacteria, viruses, even diseases, and were a serious health concern. And so the inventors had looked at the idea and said, maybe we could come up with a solution for this. And so we went through a bunch of my different ideas, and I'd gotten involved and said, hey, this is a really cool concept, and became an investor and became the CEO, and have been with the company for about a year and a half, and we're just cranking full speed ahead.
So this has been in the works for years before COVID.
Correct.
Obviously COVID makes it even more of a necessity, right?
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit more. You've explained a little bit about what Steribin is, but give us a little bit about what you guys do and where you're at in your process.
So what we did is design a device that would sit in the front of a security lane. So when you walk up, there's a machine there that can clean and disinfect the bin. So when you touch it, you know that bin is free from harmful germs and bacteria. You see what people step in throughout the day, and everyone's having to take their shoes off and put them in the bin. You're putting your cell phone, your purse, your kid's baby blanket, bottle, whatever. And as soon as you walk out of the security lane, you're picking up a phone call and sticking all those germs to the side of your face. And so what the device does is it uses high intensity pulsed ultraviolet light, and we're able to disinfect those bins in a matter of seconds. So as you walk up as a passenger, you know that you're the first person to touch that bin, and the germs on there have been killed and ready for you to use the bin.
That's so cool. Literally going to change the way that airports operate. And exactly. It's crazy. I hadn't ever thought of the bins.
Yeah.
But it truly is disgusting. So
yeah, absolutely. It's something that has been an ongoing problem, and it's ironic that we got done with our first prototype about a week or two before COVID really became a thing in the U.S. So the inventors of the device really had some foresight on recognizing that, hey, this is a problem that needs to be addressed. And there have been solutions over the years that have tried to address the problem, different things, and they just didn't work because they were either too time intensive or unrealistic, or they simply just slowed down the line or took too long. And that's what we wanted to accomplish, is create a device that could be effective but also fast, so we can keep traffic moving through the security lane.
Very cool. And I know you've had some testing so far. You're looking at potentially putting something in the St. George airport. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we did. We tested at Los Angeles International Airport. They handle more passenger check-ins than any airport in the world. So for us, it's really exciting to be able to test that and operate the machine there. So we did that back in November and got to push it with real live bins, figure out what challenges we need to improve on. And we came back and built a whole new model that took pretty much everything we learned and made something new. And we're hoping to release that in the near future.
Very cool. And lastly, why is it that you're here in southern Utah, and what makes you excited about it?
Well, for one, I love personally being here. One, because I grew up here for the most part, and I love being a part of the community. I mean, especially what's happening here at Atwood Innovation Plaza, rubbing shoulders with other entrepreneurs. Even though all of our companies and products are very unique, we have a lot of collaboration, help one another.
Yeah.
And you'll see through the videos and interviews you've done that we have a chance to kind of work with one another, and we can send leads to each other, and it's really created a fun, economic, and entrepreneurial spirit here and
Yeah.
I think it's just on the brink of really taking off.
I think so too. Super excited. Well, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Look forward to seeing where Steribin goes and when it gets to every single airport.
Absolutely.
So,
Thanks for having me.
thanks, John. Next up, we're here with Majera Winch, who is the inventor of Oxyswitch. Super cool product that's helping make things easier in hospitals. Super cool. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So first off, who is Majera and what is Oxyswitch?
So I am a respiratory therapist here in St. George. I mostly work ER and ICU, do floors still, but that's kind of my main area that I work.
Okay.
And that's kind of how I got the idea for Oxyswitch. But basically what the Oxyswitch is it's a very simple valve that switches between a flow to the side and a flow straight down. And it hooks to a flow meter, which is a really common way that we get oxygen to our patients in the hospitals. And by using it, basically it allows us to hook two different oxygen devices up at the same time so that it makes the flow between them more seamless. And that really helps with our patients' health and safety. It helps it so that we don't have to take oxygen off them to switch between devices in high intensity situations where you're switching between a cannula and bagging a patient or whatever it is you're doing. The Oxyswitch makes it so you can kind of think ahead and pre-prepare for that, and then you don't have to, once again, take them off of it. You can just switch between the devices, and so it creates a safer environment for them.
Very cool. What gave you the idea or prompted it?
So working in the hospital as a student, I saw a lot of problems with this where you'd have to hurry and rush to switch between devices, and your patient would start dropping in oxygen because they were off of it between devices, and
Right.
It was just very frustrating and stressful, and I was like, it doesn't have to be like this. So I was like, how can I make this better? And that's how I came up with the idea for Oxyswitch.
That's awesome. So cool. So from there, where are you at in the development stage?
So right now we have a working prototype that we have presented before, but we're kind of at that stage where we're just getting an investor that can help us finish and get a finished product and hopefully finish our utility patent, get some FDA clearance, and just all the finalizing steps. We're hoping once we get all that done, we want to get 100 prototypes or so and put them out for patient trialing so we can see this device working in the actual field. So
That's
kind of
awesome.
around.
Super cool. Super exciting. So lastly, why are you here in Southern Utah and what do you love about it?
So my family moved here when I was about 8 and I've never left, and I love it here. It's a beautiful area. I'm really outdoorsy, so it's
Okay.
nice to live super close to like national parks and state parks.
Yeah.
And you have different ecosystems on all sides of you. You can go snowboarding, you can
Yeah.
go to the
Go
beach,
lake.
you can go to the lake. Like, it's great. Why wouldn't you want to live here? So that's mostly why I stay right now. Plus there's just a lot of opportunity here for like medical, just anything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like programs here, and obviously this is a huge part since I've been working on it for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of kept me here for right now.
It's
So
awesome.
I love it. Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's super cool to hear your story. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's a wrap, guys. As you can see, a lot of cool things happening here at Atwood Innovation Plaza. Companies of all kinds doing really cool things. For more information on what's happening in Southern Utah, you can call me or text me 435-668-7293 or find me on Facebook or Instagram. Thanks, guys.